Alright, so recently I did a video on the top 10 most wanted games I wanted to see on GameCube Nintendo Classics. But that also got me thinking of the other systems on Nintendo Switch Online and the missing games there. Well, they have most of the important games like Super Mario World, Mario 64, Ocarina of Time, stuff like that. There's still important games that they don't have. So in this video, I'm gonna rank my top 10 most wanted games on Nintendo Classics. And also, we're not gonna talk about GameCube games if you couldn't tell. Alright, so for number 10 is gonna be Yoshi Safari. If you don't know what this is, I don't blame you. It's an old and forgotten Mario game from the SNES. But basically, it's a first-person shooter game. Yes, shooter. I can't believe Mario had the gun before Sonic or Shadow. The Shadow ain't this, but still. And you also ride on Yoshi, which makes sense. And your objective is to shoot enemies and bosses. Yeah, it's a pretty simple concept. But I'm kind of surprised it hasn't got on the servers yet. And with the new mouse controls, this could be simpler to add. Like, they can add a reticle on screen, like the Wii U version for Duck Hunt. And this also applies to our next game. 9. Mario Paint. Mario Paint looks like a great game, and I even own a copy. But you may be wondering why I want it on the servers if I already own a copy. That's because of a few reasons. 1, because I don't feel like setting up a SNES. 2, I don't know what the controller is. And 3, I don't even know what the console itself is. And 4, I don't even have a SNES mouse. Yeah, that kind of goes faster too. But you get my point. So that's why I can't play this game. But this isn't just painting. Or at least in this game. You can also make music too. Also, if they make the exact same mouse and you can take out the ball, that means you can touch Nintendo's balls. You know, that has me thinking of Mario Artist Paint Studio games. Now I should do a top 5 ranking of most wanted in the N64 disc drive games next. Okay, now number 8 is a weird one. Because, well, it's really unlikely because, well, it's a licensed game. But I think it would really push me to play this app more. And that is South Park 64. I know this game was released on other systems like the PlayStation 1 and Windows. No, not Xbox, Windows. But really, it released on the N64 first, so I'm gonna call it South Park 64. Anyway, this game looks really cool. You can like throw terrorists and fill up, I'm pretty sure, at like your enemies. And I think that's just kind of funny. And it's not like the actual people, it's the toys. And also you can do snowballs too. And like it's not like the newer games where like it's like 2D images. No, it's like full-fledged 3D models. Like you can see them. And just because of that, I really think that's cool. This would obviously be on Mature 64. And I think it's like the movie game, but I'm not 100% sure. 7. Sonic 3. Sonic 3 is the last game in the first Sonic trilogy, and I would really like to play it. I know people say that Sonic 3 and Sonic and Knuckles are the same game, but they aren't. I know they're supposed to be the same game, but I don't care. Womp due to hardware limitations, they couldn't, so that's too bad. Anyway, this and another game hasn't been added to Sega Genesis, and it's really surprising. Anyway, I always want to play as many games too, at least for like IPs I know, like Mario, Sonic, The Legend of Zelda, etc. 6. Donkey Kong 64. This game looks really cool, and especially when the sound it makes when collecting a banana. It kind of sounds like the one in Donkey Kong Banana. And also, another thing I want to get out of the way is the DK rap. This also originated in this game, and this is one of the best raps in history. Not just gaming, but in history. And in fact, as I'm making this video script, people started to find out that that's basically confirmed. In the N64 features update, if you go to the part where they have where it shows you the CRT filter and look at the background, you can see a few games like Glover and Donkey Kong 64 and a couple others. One is on this list later, but I'm not gonna get to that right now. 5 Super Mario Bros. Deluxe. I know what you're saying, and I know it's just Super Mario Bros. On the Game Boy Color. But there's one thing that makes it a game with a lot of things to do if you want 100% the game. And that is, this game has achievements. That's kind of impressive for a Game Boy Color game. Remember? This is what on the Game Boy Color on 1998 or something. I don't even remember. Which is crazy. And I love 100%ing games. Like, for example, I've only 100%ed 2. Pikmin 1 HD. Yes, I'm gonna call it Pikmin 1 HD. I don't care what you say. And Super Mario 64. Those games are like... In those games, I had a blast with 100%ing. So, yeah, if this game came on the service, I know I would try and grind to 100% this game. Number 4 is Mario Party Advance. I know basically no one knows about this game, and it makes sense that's because, well, it's not like the other Mario Party games. What do I mean by that? Just look for yourself. Yeah, it takes core elements out of the normal Mario Party, and it's so dumb and stupid, and I love it because of that. I'm pretty sure an eyeball tries to blink in the game. You know, Mr. Eye, you know, that character from Super Mario 64 without an eyelid. I love how stupid it is. Number 3 is Sonic the Hedgehog. Ever since Genesis got added to NSO in 2021, this has been the most wanted game on Genesis. And by everyone. And it's a shame because it wasn't, because even if it was just put out like, oh, here we go, have fun, now please leave us alone, I still would have had fun, like a lot of fun. And even if they just said it like that, I still would have played it and still would have subscribed. Yeah, that's kind of unhealthy. Number 2 is Pokemon Emerald. I know not many people like this game because you can't trade with the older games like Pokemon Red, Blue, Yellow, and Silver, Crystal, Gold. But I don't care. And also I have bias because I watched the Pokemon Advance show. It was the first season I watched for Pokemon. And if I could finally play Pokemon Emerald, it would be a dream. And one last thing before number 1 and honorable mentions. I chose Emerald because neon green is my favorite color. Alright, now it's time for some honorable mentions, which I will also be ranking. 5, Duck Hunt. I don't know why this game isn't here yet. It'll be perfect with the mouse controls. They could just put a red color like the Wii U version. 4, Conker's Bad Fur Day. I just think this game is funny. 3, Super Mario RPG Legend of the 7 Stars. I just want to try the original. 2, Pokemon Blue. I like my second favorite color is blue, and I also want to try the first Pokemon game. And 1, Pokemon Silver. This game is cool, and also I want to fight Red at the end. I think that'd be pretty cool as well. Alright, and for number 1 is almost to no one's surprise, and it's Super Smash Bros. This is another game that was in that same video that Nintendo named, the same one with Donkey Kong 64 that I talked about earlier, but Super Smash Bros. Is a really amazing game. This would probably make my game time for the N64 online app skyrocket to 200 to maybe even 300 hours. I would probably have a blast 100%ing this game. And even when I'm done 100%ing this game, I probably have fun when a few of my friends come over and we try and beat each other up in the original game. And this could also let other games like Super Smash Bros. Melee and Brawl onto the service. Although maybe not Smash 4, if that ever does happen. Well, that's it for this video. Again, sorry for not uploading as much, but I've been really enjoying the Switch 2 and my summer break. And editor's note here. Because my last video got way more... Not you! because my last video got way more views than I thought I would get, I'm probably going to do weekly uploads every Saturday now. So, here's the hope that I don't be just lazy. Anyway, before you guys go, I just want to say, thank you guys for watching. Comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.